Being selfish is a great thing, especially if you're being selfish for yourself to better yourself as a person or as an entrepreneur. I'm not talking about the selfishness where you're not thinking about people's feelings, the people you love and care about. I'm talking about the good kind, the healthy kind of selfishness. Also a term coined by Scott Kaufman from the Department of Psychology at Columbia University. This term is more focused on the individual. For you as an individual, focusing on your own wants and needs and desires for your own personal self, instead of focusing on the needs of others around you. You're in sales, if you're an entrepreneur, or even if you're just a giver, a lover in your family, you know what I mean by this. You're always giving to people and you love to. That's part of your personality and you love to give your all the time. But are you giving anything to yourself? What have you done for yourself lately? If you feel like that taking time out of the day just for yourself is wrong, no, it's not. And being in real estate for almost 10 years, trust me, I had my years where I was very stubborn and I never gave myself time. And yes, I'm a very successful agent. I have properties under my name. I have multiple sources of income now, but it wasn't like that in the beginning. And there was times where I burned out because I did not give myself the proper time to focus on myself. Healthy selfishness. You have more time to focus on your health, not just your physical, but your mental health as well. We all go through it, even if we don't realize it. I'm not talking about where maybe you're like thinking bipolar, depression, manic. No, nothing like that. But I'm talking about the small mental stuff where you're going through heartbreak, grief, loss of a partner or a loved one, anything like that. We all go through some form of small mental health issues when we're going through heartbreak. It's really important to remember that, even if it's a small type of thing I'm going through in my head or what I'm feeling, there's something going on with me and I need to address it. Even if it's a small thing and everybody goes through it. I go through something differently than somebody else does. I need to acknowledge it. It's okay. And that's what you need to tell yourself as a person. Sometimes clients will talk to you about their own mental health issues and what they're going through at home. And it's like, damn, like I don't even have anybody to talk to. If you've been through that and you don't take time to focus on yourself, give yourself alone time, you're going to crash out like your client might crash out because they're crashing out on you. Who do you get to crash out on? You can't crash out on them because you got to save the deal. You know what I mean? But that's okay. Sometimes it's good to be there for your client, but what about you? And your client is not supposed to be there for you. It's just the reality. They're not there for you. They hired you for a service. So you got to find time to focus on your own mental health when you give time for your clients. It's okay to tell your clients if you've already given them all your time for 1 week, like, hey, this upcoming week, I might be busy, but you can still reach me via email or text. I'm here for you. I got you. The physical is also an important part of taking that time to focus on your health because no, you don't have to be a bodybuilder. You don't have to be like getting a six pack. I have never had a six pack. Okay. I go to the gym sometimes twice a day, but on average 5 days a week. Okay. I don't have a six pack. I love food too much, but I manage it. I still make that time. It really helps me with my overall mood because I'm a person that really takes in everybody's feelings. My clients, when they feel like, damn, I really wish I got that house. I feel for them and I wish I could have got that for them. Dang, we wrote a good offer, but I couldn't do it. I start taking that in. Sometimes I do, and I'm very honest when I'm telling you that. That's why I'm telling you from experience, if you don't take time to say, I need a minute, I need to walk away from work, I need to go do something else to get back and get right. Because if you don't do that, you're not gonna be right for your clients. You become more adaptable to your environment and the surroundings. You're more prepared to handle any situation or problem solve any task that you have in your personal life, especially in your career or your work life. Let's say you're a real estate agent again and you're writing an offer for a buyer on a very competitive house. You know there's gonna be like 15 offers on that home. There's a chance that you'll get it. You just gotta write these terms, but you still feel like, I don't know I'm gonna get it. Hold on, it's okay. When you take the necessary time in a day, whether it's 30 minutes a day, 60 minutes a day, to just be by yourself and be alone and process your thoughts, that's exactly what you're doing. You're processing your thoughts, not only in personal situations, but for your business situations. If you're in real estate, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Taking that time out of the day, 30 minutes, 60 minutes, when you're having a tough negotiation on an offer, maybe you're trying to get an offer accepted for your buyer, or let's say you're trying to go over offers with your seller and try to find the best buyer for your seller. Sometimes you just need that time to just say, I need complete silence from everybody. I need to focus on what the right move is. How do I make the right decision? How do I game plan the right move for my buyer or my seller? I got it. This is how things like that. So the more alone time you get, you start to realize, hey, these problems I thought that were once difficult are really not that difficult once I just take the time to really process it, maybe speak it out loud or write some notes, write on my computer of what's currently going on, writing in a journal. These type of things will help you problem solve and become adaptable. So when you are going through situations similar to maybe a past situation that you thought was stressful, now you're better prepared for the new situation that you have, whether it's another tough deal that you're trying to get your buyer's offer accepted on, or another tough seller you're trying to get a listing agreement with. You're more prepared the next time, it's gonna help you. But the only way you can really become adaptable is if you take that time to process the situations that you feel are difficult for you right now. Because once you can take time to process those situations that you think are difficult, they're gonna become easier and easier. You're gonna be able to stomp it like full force and take on any challenge that comes your way. You learn how to balance your time for yourself and time for your family, time for your work, time for everything. It's all cut up now. A lot of times, the only reason why these things become stressful and overwhelming is because we're not balancing our time enough. If you start to accept that being selfish is a good thing for yourself, then you'll start to realize, okay, well, I gave myself the proper time. Now I can portion out the remainder of my time to other things. Once you figure that out, then you start to realize, okay, well, I gave myself the proper time. Now I have about 8 hours rest in my day where I could be giving to my work. If I can't give my friends and family any personal time on the weekdays, maybe there's a little bit of time on the weekends. You know, for me, example, I do my open houses, I do my showings all the time on the weekends. It's the best time for clients, sellers, it's good for everybody, period. I always make a point that I stop work on Saturdays and Sundays by 3 p.m. I'll still work at home or I'll work on my phone if I'm drinking a cocktail at the bar, but you get what I'm saying? I find time to manage where if I'm gonna work on the weekend, yeah, I'm gonna focus on it, but I'm also gonna focus on me too. I forget that I have me to worry about. Stress that builds up will build up very quickly if I don't realize like, hey, it's not a full work day today. You gotta take time for yourself on a Saturday, a Sunday fun day. When you're able to balance your time and have it more on a schedule, like 9 to 5. That may not sound fun, but really, it's gonna help your mental health even better.